He never chased the spotlight, yet his voice became one of gospel music's most beloved. In a field of big voices and dominating performers, Wes Hampton set himself apart with a powerful blend of humility, sincerity, and faith. His music doesn't just entertain, it soothes, uplifts, and inspires. First and foremost, he is a worshiper and a family man, and only then a performer. Wes is best known for his time with the Gaither Vocal Band, where he served as a constant presence and emotional anchor since 2005. His rich, velvety baritone brought a depth and soul to every harmony. Sharing the stage with giants like David Phelps, Michael English, and Bill Gaither, Wes never tried to steal the show. Instead, he simply and powerfully communicated the song's heart, forging a profound, personal connection with every listener. But the Gaither Vocal Band was not the beginning of Wes Hampton's story, and it certainly won't be the end. Wes Hampton's life story is a stunning testament to the power of faith to guide one through the toughest decisions. Leaving the Gaither Vocal Band was not a decision made lightly. It was forged in the quiet moments of introspection, prayer, and deep love. Wes walked away from a stage that offered him continuous recognition and cheers to embrace a higher calling. The call to be truly present for his family, to nurture his spiritual growth, and to pursue ministry on his own terms. In today's fast-paced world, where success is often measured by accolades and fame, Wes's story reminds us that true fulfillment springs from aligning our lives with our core beliefs. His choice is proof that sometimes the most courageous thing we can do is reject the clamor of the outside world and follow the whispers of our heart and faith. What truly matters is evident in Wes's dedication to his family, the late-night conversations, the birthdays he makes a point of celebrating, and the power of those everyday moments. This message resonates far beyond the gospel community. Wes's journey inspires a mindset that prioritizes presence over reputation for anyone wrestling with professional ambitions and personal responsibilities. Moreover, Wes's continuing ministry through solo projects and community service shows that deviating from one path can open up new, fulfilling avenues for inspiration and service. His legacy endures in every note he sings, every life he touches, and every family bond he cherishes. It is not confined to his years with the Gaither Vocal Band. The relationship between Wes and Bill Gaither is a beautiful picture of mentorship built on mutual respect and faith. It highlights how genuine guidance fosters not only career growth, but also spiritual and emotional well-being. Their bond reminds us that the best measure of success, in ministry and in life, is the positive impact we have on others and our willingness to support them through every season. Ultimately, Wes Hampton's story is about having the guts to listen, to obey, and to live an authentic life. It is the narrative of a man who realized that the quiet commitment to what God has placed on his heart can, at times, be a far more significant stage than one under dazzling lights. As fans, we honor Wes not just for his extraordinary talent, but for his honesty, his humility, and his unshakable faith. His journey compels us to reevaluate our own priorities and chase a life that fulfills our genuine calling, no matter how daunting the path may seem. Wes Hampton's history offers a powerful reminder. When we choose faith over fame, family over fortune, and purpose above praise, we build a life and a ministry that truly lasts. Born in Spartanburg, South Carolina, in 1977, Wes Hampton grew up in a family rooted in music and faith. His passion for service through song was clear from the beginning. Raised in a strong Christian home, Wes's early life involved singing in church and cultivating a deep love for worship. As a teenager, he honed his musical skills on the guitar and keyboard, eventually leading worship at his local church. His joy came from encouraging faith and uplifting others through music, not from celebrity. This shaped the ministry perspective he would carry throughout his career. Music as a service, a way to touch hearts and draw people closer to God. In the late 1000s, 990 seconds, Wes entered the professional music world, moving to Nashville to quietly pursue his passion. Working as a backing vocalist and songwriter, he gained experience in the Christian music industry, bringing a welcome sense of stability with his voice right away. His baritone, which blended perfectly with soaring tenors and lead vocals, became an essential ingredient in their signature harmony. His voice is warm, inviting, and solid. A true foundation in songs like Jesus and John Wayne, I Am a Promise, and Because He Lives, Amen. Beyond his vocal contributions, Wes quickly became a spiritual leader within the band. His bandmates and fans respected his genuine faith and modesty. Both on and off the stage, Wes embodied the core mission of the Gaither Vocal Band: worship God first, change lives second. Wes Hampton and Bill Gaither share a profound personal and spiritual connection that goes far beyond a simple business partnership. Bill Gaither, the legend of gospel music, invited Wes to join the Gaither Vocal Band in 2005. For Wes, this was a divine calling and a ministry collaboration, not merely a job opportunity. Bill Gaither is known for prioritizing character and religious conviction in his band members, not just exceptional vocal talent. Wes's humility, faith, and commitment to ministry resonated deeply with Bill. To Bill, Wes was more than a vocalist. He was a man who truly lived his beliefs on and off the stage. Wes's contribution to the Gaither Vocal Band grew beyond his voice. Under Bill Gaither's guidance, Wes developed both his singing and his spiritual leadership skills. Their relationship has often been described as a father-son bond, characterized by mutual respect, mentoring, and a shared dedication to the gospel. Wes's rich baritone was the cornerstone of the band's harmonies across countless recordings and performances, bringing warmth and stability to the group's sound. On stage and off, the bond between Bill and Wes became a brilliant example of how a mentor and protege can work together to advance gospel music and ministry. Bill Gaither is much more to Wes Hampton than his boss or band leader. He is a spiritual mentor and father figure who supported him through the most pivotal moments of his career. Bill created a family-like atmosphere in the band that helped Wes discover his true ministry and calling. Bill Gaither's influence is still evident today. Whether Wes is performing solo or with the Gaither Vocal Band, his faith is strengthened by Bill's mentoring, and his singing gains an authentic sincerity that resonates with listeners worldwide. The years with the Gaither Vocal Band were magnificent. Joining one of the most prestigious groups in Christian music in 2005, following an invitation from gospel titan Bill Gaither, was a dream realized for Wes. Over the years, Wes's warm, dependable baritone helped define the band's sound, supporting both powerful leads and complex harmonies. His tenure with the group produced numerous albums, accolades, and performances, cementing his status as a gospel superstar. But Wes was more than just a performer. He was a humble servant, a worshiper, and a devoted family man backstage. While he loved singing and ministering through music, the demands of life outside the spotlight began to grow. Behind the cheers and the music was a man whose priorities had profoundly shifted. Wes Hampton's desire to be present for his family was the core reason for his decision to leave the band. Touring with a group like the Gaither Vocal Band means long stretches away from home, late nights, and missed weekends. To a man dedicated to his roles as a father and husband, these sacrifices began to feel immense. Wes has often shared in interviews and personal reflections that being away from home took a toll on his family life. He longed to nurture his marriage, be present for his children's milestones, and offer the kind of genuine presence that is often sacrificed in public life, but rarely discussed openly. For Wes, the balance between personal obligations and professional goals had a clear answer. Family must come first. Wes's departure was motivated by a desire to pursue a different vocation, not by giving up ministry or music. He sensed God was guiding him into a new season, where his ministry could extend beyond the Gaither vocal band stage. He focused on solo endeavors, songwriting, and church-based outreach to have a more intimate and consistent impact. Wes chose to follow his spiritual calling above chasing fame or attention. This act of obedience meant letting go of a successful chapter in the hope that God's purpose would surpass the applause or acclaim. The handling of Wes's departure was a model of grace and class. There was no scandal or resentment, only mutual respect and thankfulness. Bill Gaither and Wes Hampton share a deeply rooted mentor-mentee bond that extends past their shared love for music. Bill acknowledged the importance of family and calling and publicly supported Wes's decision to leave. Though saddened, fans universally praised Wes for the courage to put his priorities first. He concluded a chapter with faith and dignity, leaving his legacy with the Gaither vocal band untarnished. Since his departure, Wes Hampton has embraced a new rhythm of life. His solo career has flourished, producing albums that highlight his passion for storytelling and worship. Crucially, he spends more time with the family he has always treasured. His ministry now feels more personal and intimate, allowing him to connect with people in fresh ways. It is the sincerity of his faith and the breadth of his message, rather than the sheer volume of his touring, that continues to impact gospel music. Wes Hampton's choice to step away from the Gaither vocal band serves as a potent reminder that not all success is measured by popularity or recognition. Sometimes it's about listening to the quiet, internal voice that calls for purpose, family, and faith. In a world where career and celebrity often overshadow personal life, Wes's story is a beacon of integrity and courage. He chose a path defined by obedience and love, not by expediency or fame. His story provides inspiration and hope to fellow musicians and fans, proving that true greatness is determined as much by how faithfully we live our lives off stage as by what we do on it. Even with the demands of a touring and recording career, Wes has consistently placed his family first. He is married, has children, and is dedicated to being a present and loving husband and father. In interviews and appearances, Wes often discusses the critical importance of balancing family life with ministry. He credits the stability and support of his family as the foundation for his enduring career in gospel music. His faith is the bedrock of everything he does. Wes is open about his relationship with God, sharing stories of hope, growth, and adversity. He views music not just as a career, but as a calling to serve and inspire. Outside of the Gaither vocal band, Wes has continued to pursue solo endeavors, songwriting, and evangelism. While the band remains a significant part of his career, his solo albums filled with meditations on family, faith, and life's challenges reveal a more private and intimate side of his music. Additionally, Wes leads worship at conferences and churches across the country and mentors up-and-coming musicians. He touches lives through encouragement, teaching, and prayer in a way that goes beyond performance. Wes Hampton's legacy is defined not by celebrity or accolades, but by the lives he has impacted through his devoted ministry. His steady baritone has been the reassuring voice behind countless moments of worship, and his humble heart has been a source of hope for many. In a culture that often elevates flash and fame, Wes serves as a timeless reminder of the value of quiet strength, sincere faith, and unwavering commitment. His story is an example of living a purposeful life, a life of faith, family, and music, choosing love over fame and leading with integrity. Wes Hampton's story reminds us that true success is measured by our shared faith and love, not by the volume of the applause or the size of the stage. His humble demeanor, his unwavering voice, and his commitment to family show us that ministry is about more than just a performance. It's about fulfilling God's calling every single day.